Hello, you guys. So Aries, we are going to see what is the secrets that lie beneath the surface with this particular person and you when it comes to the matters of love. We are going to see what's going on in their heart space, their ego and pride, the fifth dimension energy, and then at the end, we're going to get some advice. So tell me what is lying beneath the surface for Aries and their person. Okay, so first to start off, we have here I wasn't ready for you. I, sorry, you feel like home to me. I'm a better person because of you. Is it possible to forgive and forget? And I'm reminded of you constantly. So this person definitely lives in their headspace quite a bit for you. Their heart, their mind kind of goes back to you all the time. Um, there's something that they clearly have done. I feel like maybe you guys are currently in separation or just a lack of communication that's going on between the two of you guys. You give this person a sense of peace. When a person says you feel like home, they feel like they can be themselves. They feel like they can let go. Like they don't have to have their guard up. There's things that trigger them that remind them of you. Whether it's like they think they see you when they're out on the street, or there's something that you guys have like an inside joke and they're reminded of it when they're watching a show. They didn't expect this to be what it is. They didn't expect their feelings to be like it was like when you came along in their life, it was just like, oh yeah, it's just like another person. But then it's just like, wait, wait a second, I'm thinking about them all the time. I can get them out of my mind. I want to talk to them. I want to see them, whether they're doing this or not. Just, it's almost like they just they didn't expect this. They didn't expect a person like you to just come and walk into their life. What is their ego and pride telling them when it comes to this person? What is the secrets that lie beneath the surface when it comes to Aries and their person with their ego and pride? If I can shuffle. I don't know how to let you go. I hope you're happy. I scare myself. I scared myself that day. I love myself enough to walk away. I've been struggling. So their ego and pride keeps them bouncing back and forth. Um, they're trying their hardest to let you go only because they don't like that someone can have a hold on them. They're not used to having someone kind of fill up their mental space, their heart space so strongly. The last time that they had that, they felt as if they almost like lost themselves into that person and it didn't work out. So they're struggling to basically let you go to kind of, it's almost like they're trying to prove to themselves that it's like they're trying to prove to themselves that what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to prove to themselves that like, oh, I don't need you. Like, oh, it's not that serious. Like my heart is tricking me. My mind's tricking me. I don't feel that way about them. It's like their ego and their pride is just trying to steer them down a different path of like letting this go. See the I love myself enough to walk away card. I do feel like you are in separation with this person, like I said from earlier before. Something happened between the two of you guys that kind of made this situation kind of not necessarily explode, but put something in between the two of you guys. Something happened. I don't know if it was a conversation, a fight, um, an ultimatum. This person is confused. They don't know what to do. They do genuinely want you to be happy. They don't have any like ill will to you or anything like that. They do want you to be happy. They know you're a good person. But there's a sense of scared. Wow, the card that came out here is I miss you. You're always on my mind. That's two times about talking about consistently thinking of you, right? I do feel like this person puts on a front. not like I'm trying to say they're being shady or anything like that. It's just like they may seem like they're living their life and they're perfectly fine and they like don't miss you or anything like that. But it's like inside, it's like if you really knew what was going on, you'd see how much they miss you. I feel like this person tries to find ways to distract themselves from thinking of you. Your smile is my ray of sunshine. It gives me the strength to continue on. They don't, it's like when you came into their life, it's almost like, yeah, I can get to a point of being happy with certain things, but it's just like no one gives me that happiness like my Aries. You know what I mean? Like this person, just to think of you, to hear your name, to anything about you, it's just like it'll automatically put a smile on this person's face. They can't help it. I just couldn't express how I feel. The feelings in my heart creates fear in my brain. Yeah, I'm getting, like I said, I was getting a sense of scarcity, a sense of this person not portraying how they truly feel. It's like they kind of almost sugarcoat it, don't express it. Anytime it comes to anything of feelings, they just they kind of like dodge it, because they don't want to admit to themselves as well as to you, really how they feel. Like maybe they may joke about it, for some of you, but it's like when it comes to actually like admitting how do you really feel towards me, it's like this person just kind of goes mute, because their fears start to scream to them, like, don't get yourself into the same situation like you did last time. So what's the advice in this situation? When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Now, this particular card is reminding me of, the saying where they're like, it's better to have loved and lost than to never loved at all. And I remember my younger years not understanding why that made sense. And then I fell in love. And then it didn't work out. And it was just like, if I were to say, example, pass away today, at least I got to experience, some sort of love, some sort of affection with the person, and all those memories. Because at the end of the day, as much as it sucks when something doesn't work out, especially when you wanted to, there's also a fact of at least you got it. There's many people out there that don't get to experience these types of love situations, get to have these memories, and once again, I know we always want them to work out perfectly and not have this chaotic, energy. But with this card, I feel like it's trying to say no matter what happens in this situation, this person, try to hold on to the good memories, whether you go into another relationship with another person, or if this person comes back, or even if they don't, or whatever part of your life. I feel like it's like holding on to the good memories can still bring a smile and happiness to your heart. And it's like it's almost like you're going to be vibrating that more, you're going to be bringing that more into your life than focusing on the things that haven't been going right. I feel like you guys have some sort of, I'm very drawn to the fact of the word soul in this card. um Maybe you have like dreams with this person. There's something about like a soul connection I'm feeling. Now, with this imagery in this card, I'm very drawn to the fact of the how both sides match, how there's that symmetry. Um well, for the most part, because this one side's cut off a little bit. So I do feel like one person expressed more of their feelings than the other. But there is some sort of like I'm seeing like as if these are like chords. Like you both have this connection that is deeper than the surface level. This was like a divine like interaction, divine union. There's also something about secrets. I'm very drawn to the fact of this being like a moon. And when you think about a traditional tarot card, the moon card is about illusions, there's secrets, there's things that still haven't been revealed. And I feel like in this situation, the story is not done, it's not ended. As much as it may seem um like it's a pause or kind of, and I feel like there's still more towards the story. There's still more that you're going to learn and that's going to be uncovered with this particular person. But right now, they are battling between really accepting exactly how they feel about you, because there's a sense of them feeling in denial at this current moment. But the advice that the universe was saying for you is to focus on the good times, focus on the memories, and hold on to that and just waiting to see how this unfolds naturally. Let's see, just close to the reading. Is there any final messages that want to come through that Aries needs to know in regards to this person? Is there any final messages that want to come through? We have here endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. So there's, like I was saying before, there was a sense of feeling as if something had ended, something had closed, and just not seeing a future being unfold because there's some sort of pause energy. And I feel like what is hidden is that there was something that had to end to close off between the two of you guys so that a new beginning can happen and there could be some sort of growth. There's some sort of change and transitions happening. I really feel like there's still something that you're not you're not gonna know as of yet, that you can't know. There's still some sort of message coming through. There's still some sort of communication that is coming through that you're just, it's not time for you to know it right now. Right now it's about learning the lessons from this ending, learning the lessons from this separation between this person. And once you go through that path, both of you, there's going to be something that's new that's going to embark and come into your life. There's going to be some sort of change that's going to feel more refreshing, you know. In time, sometimes there has to be these endings between you and a partner to shift the energy to bring in something new, right? And I feel like right now, as much as you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, there's still more to be uncovered. The story does not feel like it's ended. It still feels like there's more to the story, but you can't know it as of yet, because if you do, you won't be able to go through the proper change, the proper liberation, the proper transition to get you to the next stage. This message, this thing that I feel like is hidden from you, is meant to be hidden right now so that you can go through this change, so that you can go through this process and really learn things that you need to know in order for you to have that growth, in order for you to kind of shed something. There's something inside of you. It's maybe it's a belief pattern, maybe it's I'm being drawn back to the fact of this card talking about, remember I was talking about how it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all. Maybe in previous times before that, you would always get stuck into the energy of feeling like, oh, well, that was a waste of time and da da da. It's just like, no, think about it. You have everything that happens in your life, you still can choose to look at all the positive parts of every situation and throw away the negative. Not saying forget about it, not saying don't learn from those lessons or whatever happened. I don't know what happened between the two of you guys, but what you can choose to is to choose the positive parts to remember on and reflect on, whether you allow this person to come back into your life or not. At the end of the day, keeping your vibration is the most important thing. I just saw 1414 on the clock, and if you break that down, it's about 55. I really do feel like the main message for you in this situation is there is some sort of change that is coming from this challenging situation with this person that is leading to positive results.